over Chris Muller, and he's going, oh no, Chris Muller. He's drunk. So he says, I'm leaving. And I says, Carl, where are you going to go? Mike's driven down here, so where are you going to go? He says, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to leave. I'm just going. So he leaves.
You said honey. I'm just so fuck.
You know where the split is on the eastern shore where it says 100 miles to Ocean City, right there at the split of 301, and he's hitchhiked that far, and he sticks out his thumb, and this guy pulls up, stops, slams on his brakes. He says, you need a ride? He says, where are you going? He says, I'm going to Ocean City. So the guy says, I'm going to Ocean City too. So Carl gets in, and this guy starts hauling ass down the road. He's going like 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden there's a cop next to him. Carl goes, there's a cop next to you. Guy goes, keeps driving. Carl goes, there's two cops next to you. Next thing you know, they're going all the way to Cambridge, and there's cop cars all around them because this guy's trying to outrun them. So this guy pulls into Cambridge. And he's going through the streets, and he finally loses control, hits this ditch, gets in this big wreck. Carl just wants to get out of the car, right?
So
I want to get out of here, and the guy says, "Oh, act like you're hurt. They won't hurt you." So Carl gets out, and the cops start beating on him. They start beating the shit out of Carl. And Carl's like, hey, I'm just trying to get a ride, but they're not listening to him. So these cops have been chasing these two guys, and Carl's one of them.
Give him a wood shampoo.
Yeah. So anyway, they literally beat the hell out of him. He gets put in jail, and then your grandfather, your granddad, he came down and got him free from that, and got him out of there. Your grandfather was just amazing. So anyway, they got out of that, and then one time we were coming back, we're going down duck hunting, and he's driving my friend Buck Rayleigh, who's crazy as shit.
No Bucky.
Bucky's just crazy. So all of a sudden, Carl's driving down the road, and I guess he's pulled over for a speeding ticket, but Bucky's trying to change all his clothes. He's completely naked on the bottom of the floor. Cop comes in, shines a light, and says, "What the hell are you doing?" Here. So they arrest him and put him in Cambridge. Your granddad came and got him out. We were down in Myrtle Beach. Drove all night, and we get to Myrtle Beach, and we're in the motel room. And I said, I got to get some sleep. My buddy Mike says, I got to get some sleep. Carl says, I'm going out. I said, Carl, don't go out because you're drunk. Don't go out. Well, he's going down the road. He comes back in there. He says, where's the piper smoking the pot? And we had, just lit the pot. We had, everything there. Just Boone's Farm wine up to the yin yang, beer everywhere. So Carl goes, I'm going out. These guys are. And I said, Carl, you go back out. I said, you're going to get in trouble. No. He goes back out. Next day, Mike and I wake up. There's no Carl there. I said, well, I know he didn't get a woman. I said, so we said, because Carl was never real swift with the girls. So anyhow, Mike and I are sitting there going, he must
Hold on, you gotta give me a moment. Okay, I couldn't process that, but
yeah, okay. So anyway, we say, okay, Carl's got to be in jail. So we go down to the Myrtle Beach jailhouse, because we looked all around for him, we couldn't find him. We go down to Myrtle Beach jailhouse, and I said, you got a Carl Snyder in here? No, we don't have a Carl Snyder in here.
That looks a lot like him.
So we go, well, he's not in jail. That's amazing. So we go back to the motel. We kind of knew these people in the motel, became friends of ours because we stayed with them all the time. So Mike and I are out on the beach, laying down, and this woman from the motel comes out. And, Mike, yeah? Your friend Carl, he's in jail. I said, we checked the jailhouse. He wasn't in there. So he goes, well, he's in North Myrtle Beach jailhouse. He got picked up by these minor, guys that are only 16 or 17 or minors. The cops stop him. and they had like a little bit of pot in the bottom of this bag. Well, they thought they got Carl. I mean, I swear to God, oh my God. So they had these kids in jail saying, well, you know, Carl was the one. We go to North Myrtle Beach jailhouse, and all of a sudden these hands come out of this. You know, everything's like a lot of people in jail there, all right?
Did you pass them like a tin cup with like some soup
No,
in it?
listen to this. So it's like a metal door, and we see these hands. What's going, Carl? We see these hands come out. He goes, oh, my life is ruined. I don't know. It's like almost in tears, right? His hands are on this little metal door. He's crying because these kids are gonna, you know, get him. So anyway, it was funny because they called up Carl, you know, the grandfather, and he calls up my father. He calls, you know, his dad. His dad. I mean, his dad has been bailing him out everywhere. So he calls up my parents and says, and I had hair down on my shoulders, and I was just, you know, I was out there, and they go, well, you know, we heard Mike. You know, did this drug, did these drugs. Telling my father in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, right? All this stuff that I'd done. He says, my son doesn't even smoke. And Carl smoked like a fish back then. I mean, he was smoking cigarettes like crazy. So anyway, my father goes, okay. So he calls up the North Myrtle Beach jailhouse. Says, do you have my son in here, Michael Veneziani? No, sir, I don't have no Mike Veneziani in here. Do you have a Mike Watson in here? Because he had called Mike Watson's parents. They were ready to crucify me. So anyway, because I was the one who was the nasty guy. So anyway, they call up, they call up Mike Watson's father. And my father says, no, there's no Mike Watson in here. Is there a Carl Snyder in here? Oh yeah, we got Carl in here. He's in big time trouble. So it's, my dad actually drove down with your grandfather, all because he's trying to hire a private plane at 3 o'clock in the morning. He couldn't do it. So my father says, okay, I'll drive down with you. So my father and Mr. Snyder drive down to Myrtle Beach, and we show up. I got a tank top on. I'm like, oh man, he's in jail. And my parents just said, get the hell out of here.
You know,
we don't want to see you. You know, we don't want to see you guys.
Just scram, man. Just,
You know, and Mr. Snyder said, Joe, which was my dad, he said, you just, I'll go in alone. So my father said, fine, I drove, you know, that's fine, you know, it's your son. So Mr. Snyder goes in there, and all of a sudden Carl comes walking out, and he says, well, where do you want to go? And Mike and I were like shocked, you know, I mean, it was like, but he had to go back down to court, Carl, your dad. But I swear to God, he's the most unluckiest guy with cops, like even on that jewelry thing. I mean, the cops just gravitate to Carl, you know.
The one time I got arrested, Leo came and looked at me in jail and said, I'll see you in the morning. He just wanted to see it. He called me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, Dad, you bailing me? No, I'll be picking you up at 8 o'clock.
But Carl, your dad was just was a magnet towards, you know, cops just gravitated to him.
What they really says, no, these young kids didn't have all the reefer and drugs. We do back in our hotel room.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, hey, need any?
Yeah, we got some back here.
Your dad, we laugh like
Let me
crazy.
see that video of the
about your
retrieval.
dad.